We've heard a lot lately about air traffic controllers sleeping on the job. Well, our CNN in-depth coverage, Air Traffic Out of Control, is taking a closer look at the problem and some potential solutions. Today, CNN's Gene Meserve reports on a new system to provide controllers and pilots with more detailed satellite information.
If you are going to an airport, you can use your satellite-based GPS. But once you're there, navigation is done the old-fashioned way with ground-based radar. The Federal Aviation Administration is in the process of upgrading to use satellites too. The system is called NextGen.
NextGen is the equivalent of moving to HDTV, a much more precise look at what's happening in the airspace system.
One of the building blocks is Automatic Dependent Surveillance Broadcast, or ADSB.
ADSB allows planes to determine their exact location using GPS. That information is broadcast to other nearby aircraft and ADSB ground stations, which relay the information to air traffic controllers.
Pilots can see and identify other aircraft equipped with ADSB and get other data that some haven't had before, like real-time weather information.
It's essentially sharing the same picture that the controller has with what's in the cockpit.
Controllers say the system will also give them better awareness of what's happening in flight and on the ground.
It's a very intricate tapestry of different pieces of information. What NextGen seeks to do is cohesively integrate all of that information to make the system move smoother.
Because satellites provide data much more rapidly than radar, the NextGen system should allow planes to fly straighter routes and closer to one another, increasing the capacity of the system and saving fuel. Ultimately, the government says passengers should benefit.
NextGen nationally is going to give us improvements or reductions in delays of somewhere between 20 and 30%.
But of course, it will cost money, a lot of money. The FAA estimate is $11 to $12 billion.
And our own Gene Meserve joins us from the Aviation Summit in Washington. And Gene, I understand you have a demonstration to show us.
Right, we're in a simulator. This is a mock-up of a 737 cockpit. We're going to show you how communications will change with NextGen. With me is David Strider, a pilot, Mike McNulty, a retired controller. How will this change the pilot's job, communications-wise?
What you are about to hear is the voice rendition of an air traffic control clearance as it's done today.
Southeast 723, cleared to Islip via Fort Lauderdale 1, Zappa, Volvo, maintain 3000, expect flight level 410, departure frequency 126.05, squawk 3723.
Now, I would have to write that down, read it back, and make sure that it's correct. And today we have an ATC message. This is in the NextGen scenario, an ATC message that gives us that same route that Mike just read to us. We look at it. If we like it, we Wilco it, and that sends it back to ATC saying that they're happy, that we're happy with it. We accept it. We can print it so that we have a hard copy of it. And in some airplanes that are properly equipped, it can be directly loaded into the flight management computer, and the crew doesn't have to make any manual entries whatsoever.
Make your job a lot easier?
Much easier and safer.
Dave, Mike, thanks so much. Shazan, back to you.
All right, Gene, thank you very much. Very interesting. More of our in-depth coverage tomorrow. During this hour, we're going to talk with pilot, aviation analyst, and former CNN correspondent Miles O'Brien.